Hey, this is Ari, and in this video, I want to share a little clip from a podcast I recently did with Dr. Stephanie Estima. She is a personal friend of mine, and she's absolutely brilliant at what she does, which is optimizing women's health and specifically how to optimize your nutrition and physical training to optimize female hormones and work with the natural cycles of female hormones. So I highly, highly encourage you to check this clip out, first of all, and also click the link below, listen to the full podcast. Enjoy.
We talked about, what stress does, keeps you in this state of, threat or survival. I wanted to just define for a moment the different types of stress that may be applicable to you, because we have acute and chronic, but then there's also different verticals in terms of what would constitute as stress. So we would have physical stress, right? Everyone's sitting at their desk all day, or if they're a new mom, they're breastfeeding, they're sort of flexed over. We have chemical stress, so the foods that we eat, the environment we live in. For women, it's the makeup that we put on day in, day out that has like all the toxic stuff in it. And then our mental health as well, our early childhood experiences, what we were told in terms of our worth, what the cultural norms around, whatever culture you grew up in terms of what the view was on women, any maltreatment that you may have sustained as a child. Like we call this, big T and little t trauma. Big T would be physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse. Little t trauma, things like bullying, being harassed, death of a pet, things that are that can still play in on our psychology. So we want to be thinking about how we can get a handle on acute stress, because if we can't get a handle on it, eventually we have to cut it out as cancer, or we have to take, medication for our cardiovascular disease, or we have a cerebral, a lifestyle disease like diabetes or stroke or any of these things, or mental health issues.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this video. And one more thing before you go. Actually, two more things. One is, if you enjoyed this particular little clip, the link to the full-length podcast is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out. Also, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. What if I could show you how to double your energy levels and dramatically improve your brain function, reducing your anxiety and depression to a degree on par with antidepressant drugs, but without the side effects? Sound pretty interesting? Well, there are, in fact, numerous compounds that can do this, that have been shown to do this. And I'll take you through just a few of these very briefly. One of them is rhodiola rosea. And this has been shown in studies, rhodiola rosea extract, in people with stress-related fatigue and exhaustion, to cut their levels of fatigue and brain fog in half in less than a month. Just this one compound. There's another compound in my formula Energenesis called NT factor phospholipids that's been shown to help repair mitochondrial membranes and mitochondrial health to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, taking people with deteriorated mitochondria who are over the age of 65, restoring it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds. And that has been shown in numerous studies in various types of chronic fatigue, aging-associated chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue syndrome, to increase energy levels by 30 to 45% in the span of 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the specific study. So dramatic improvements in a very, very short period of time. Two more compounds that are amazing, I highly recommend, that are in my formula Ultra Brain, along with rhodiola rosea. Saffron extract. This has been shown to increase levels of, improve your mood, I should say, and decrease levels of depression on par with fluoxetine, which is Prozac. And not only that, but with fewer side effects. It's much safer and much less likely to cause negative effects than antidepressant drugs are. Acetyl L-carnitine is another compound that's been shown to dramatically improve brain health in older adults. It also improve energy levels in older adults with chronic fatigue by between 40 to 50% in just the span of 2 to 4 months. And The last thing I'll mention here is acetyl L-carnitine has also been compared to antidepressant drugs and been shown, like saffron, to be as effective as antidepressant drugs in combating depression, but without the harmful side effects that so often occur with the drugs. So this is just a small sampling of the over 35 compounds that are in my formulas, Energenesis and Ultra Brain, that are all proven to dramatically improve energy levels, mitochondrial health, and brain health, and much, much more. And I highly recommend that you go check these out. If you're struggling with depression or anxiety or brain fog, if you're struggling with stress-related exhaustion and burnout, if you're struggling with chronic fatigue, go check out these formulas, give them a shot. I promise you are going to be blown away by the results. And like I said, the science has already proven that these things work. So you don't have to just take my word for it. There's lots of research to support that, and I'll even link to some of that research down below so you can verify everything that I just said for yourself. So the links to those studies will be in the description for this video down below. So check them out. Check out the formulas on theenergyblueprint.com. Again, Energenesis is the mitochondrial formula, and Ultra Brain is our brain formula. Check them out, try them out, and I think you're going to be blown away by the results. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.